crush you in the blink of an eye.
Hello everybody. Last time I did a guide for mage, I was playing pyro and had around 120 skill points. Now I'm playing aqua and I think I have, let me check, 146 skill points. Also, with the new transmog option, I had the chance to test new compositions, so I felt it could be useful to update the information. This time I would include two builds for PvP and PvE with their respective pet teams. Regarding pets, if we check the higher ranks, most of them are using a combination of UR pets such as Fairy Dragon, Flame Wielder, Gale, Angel. So a dream team would be a combination of some of these, but not everybody have access to these pets, and we can find pretty good options within the SSR available. So let's go. Okay, so our first build is for PvE. Let's reset everything. So the main focus here is high damage. High damage will help us clear our daily runs faster, particularly in scenarios like ore mine, guild bandits, gear dungeons, and some beasts as well. Granted that you have a decent team that allows you to focus exclusively on damage. For this, we will need 4 skills, 4 damaging skills. We will use Frostbolt, the Glacial Orb. This skill sometimes feels a bit clunky to cast. It takes a few seconds, but because we are Aqua, we get to upgrade this skill, so it will do a good chunk of damage, so we do need it. And of course, Blizzard. And for the 4th skill, I'm choosing Burning Earth over Flame Breath, because we would be dealing with targets like the turtle from the mines or some bosses or beasts that move slowly or in a very predictable pattern, so we can take advantage of the full damage of Burning Earth. And it also synergizes well with the pets I'm using right now. So let's upgrade our skills. Now notice I'm not using Flash, which is good for other scenarios that demand a bit more of sustain or repositioning. So we are upgrading most of the AQUAMAGE skill. Basically, the way Aqua works is inflicting debuff, rather rude or slow, will boost your damage. And here I will not be using the ice shield because it has more defensive uses. And we will go to the 3rd tab, which is the pet tab. This one is an interesting one. I've come to change my mind about Pet Trainer In the previous video, I didn't use this one. The pet trainer reduced the cooldown of your pet skills. If your pet skill has a cooldown of 30 seconds, if you max the pet trainer, you get 3 seconds cooldown reduction. So it would be 20 seconds for your skill availability. And because now I'm using pets that has a longer cooldown of 40 seconds, this actually becomes very useful. So I'm gonna max this one. And then again, I still think it's an open debate of which is better, to go for pet damage increase or all stats. The thing is that for the pet damage, we need to unlock 5 points on each of these other 4. That would take us 20 points, and would only leave us with 11 points for the pet damage. And it will not allow us to take full advantage of this. So for now, I still find all stats a better option. So which pet teams should we use with this damage build? My current team is Angel, Pyro Dragon and Flame Wielder. If you don't have Angel or Flame Wielder, then the SSR team that I would suggest is Pyro Dragon. Let's check the gallery. Well, you know, everybody gets Pyro Dragon. You get it from the beginning of the game, and it's a very reliable source of damage, especially for the mid game. Also, Elemental Fox. I've overlooked this guy before, but its buff is really good. And of course, what I consider the best SSR pet, Cyclone. It has damage, it has crowd control, and it has the best stats among the SSR. Now, you see my Flame Wielder is behind in evolution in comparison to the rest of my team, but her utility is way too good not to use it. Plus, if you check not only the skills of your pet, but also these other pet skills, not the active skills, she has the talent. She has Mastery 1, which means that when she's summoned, when she enters the battle, she will increase my magic attack by the pet level times 0.37 plus 2. Any boost of magic damage is good for us. So she's doing some improvement for us. Also, our main damage dealer would be Angel. And Angel, even though it's a physical pet, her main ability will do physical damage. It also has Mastery 1, so we're talking about more magic damage. Now the Fox here is for boosting our mage skills. Dark Flame will increase our critical rate and our attack for 10 seconds. So we will actually open with this skill and then cast our mage skill. And this is why I chose Burning Earth earlier, because it has multiple hits, and this means we will have more chances for critical strikes. Okay, now for PvP. For PvP, we are looking for a more balanced build. We're talking about scenarios like League, where you're gonna duel 1v1, Star Moon Battlefield, Guild Wars, and of course, Martial Event. So, what is different with the skills? Here we are taking Frostbolt. It's just a really fast-paced attack. You can cast it and keep moving. It has a really short cooldown of 5 seconds, so it flows really well within a duel. Now we definitely need flash. Yes, and with full healing capabilities, which is not going to be much, but we need all we can get. Our main damage dealing skill would be Glacial Orb, and of course Blizzard. Blizzard is so good, it has such a wide area of attack and it's really good for zoning. So first let's max these abilities. Now that we have our 4 skills, let's max all the Aqua attributes that will give you that really sweet buff attack. I won't talk much about this. I mean, you really need to max them. You can read exactly what they're doing, but they're boosting your damage. Whenever you inflict debuff, rather rude or slow, you will have the chance to increase your attack. So really work on them, get them to the max. They're really important for you. And here's something. I'm not a big fan of the Ice Shield. If whenever the mage class gets a buff, not like in the last patch where every other class got something but us. And yeah, I know, I mean, I sound pretty salty about it because I am. But if we ever get some buff, I would rework this one. It's not bad in itself, we just don't need to upgrade. 1 point is more than enough. Because if we keep upgrading it, we're not increasing the chances of popping the shield, nor we are increasing the time of the rooting effect. So no, 1 point more than enough. And now again onto the pet tab. Here I'm still gonna use 10 points for the cooldown, which is working really good for duels. Those few seconds can give you a very key advantage. And we have 30 skill points left. Then again, as I said before, we would need 20 points to activate the pet damage. That would leave us with 10 points to get our pet damage increased to 20%. I will wait to have more points to being able to use it at full power. So for now, I'm still gonna go for all stats. The pet for duels can be a whole video in itself. So for now, I will only refer to the team I'm currently using. I used to always carry an earth pet for sustain, but as you can see, my spirit of nature has been demoted to the pet array and I have switched it for the flame wielder. Strangely enough, I'm using her defensively as a way of disengage when I get stunned or other forms of CC. But when I completely evolve her, I will feel more comfortable looking to use her for damage, which she's really good at. So at the moment, our main damage dealer would be Angel, Now, remember that you need at least 3 seconds minimum to get the full damage of the Divine Judge. And sometimes, most of the time, in a duel, you don't have 3 seconds. There are times that you just cast it immediately so you don't cut the flow of your attack, and you're still gonna get decent damage plus some damage reduction as well. So it's pretty useful. Now my Pyro Dragon used to be my main pet because it's a good finisher. But now my character doesn't depend much from my pet skill for damage, and I'm looking for more options to control the fight. So I'm using the transmog option, which I'm refreshing it right now. I cannot show you, but you can check it yourselves in your pages. I'm using the transmog to change my pyro for 2 other options that I find really useful in a battle. Let's go to gallery, and I'm talking about, of course, the main man, Cyclone, and Panda is my other option. I've been really having a lot of fun using Panda. So be aware that when you transmog, what you are getting from the new pet is the skin and the skill. And what you're getting from the major pet is the star level and the reroll data. So actually, when I use Panda, I'm not getting an 11 star skill. I'm getting, well, my Panda is, where is he? Here. It's on level 2, the attack, the Skyrim Strike level 2. That is 6 star. So I'm actually doing less damage. But in a battle, sometimes I really don't mind losing some damage, because what I really need from him is this chance to stun my enemies for 2 seconds. So currently that's my team. A more conservative suggestion would be to always keep a blue pet in your team, but now I'm playing in a more aggressive way. So you need to take advantage of the transmog and find what suits your style better. I will definitely keep trying new compositions. It's really fun to switch teams every now and then. Plus, you also need to adapt to what your rivals are using. I don't think there is one single formula that can trump all the others. So give it a go, have fun, and test things out. I hope you found something useful here. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.